why make a movie about an obscure Civil War general called Dan Sickles, Paul?
Because when the character was introduced to me by Tom, and I read his book American Scoundrel, I did a little bit of my research on the internet. This guy had everything. It was a guy, to me, that was the archetypal cad, womanizer, corporate manipulator, government schemer, a gentry, a thug, a person that was the confidant to up to 14 US presidents. He murdered his wife's lover, the district attorney of the Capitol in Washington DC, right in front of the White House. He got away with murder using the first temporary insanity plea in a trial that can be likened to the 19th century O.J. Simpson trial. He had everything, he lost everything, he manipulated everybody, but in a way he was also a likable character. He had a good heart as well. It's an unbelievable role for an actor to take on, and makes an unbelievable biopic, and it just attracted me to a story that something like this could have happened in the 19th century, at a time where women were there to serve their husbands, and it showed the difference in society then as it has now become today in the 21st century.
Tom Keneally, you wrote the novel American Scoundrel. What makes you think it'll translate well to the screen?
Well, there's a wonderful woman in it too. Dan Sickles, congressman, murders the district attorney in front of the White House, in front of people. The district attorney himself a fascinating character, the son of the man who wrote the American national anthem, and the district attorney who was shot by Dan was the lover of a remarkable woman, Dan's wife. She's only about 20, but she can speak 4 languages. She's of Italian extraction. She is considered one of the great beauties of the capital. She has an unlimited future, and after the murder, Dan stands trial, is ultimately acquitted, pleading temporary insanity, the first time in history this has happened. And he becomes, then raises a brigade that serves in the Civil War. He ends up a corps commander at Gettysburg. He loses his leg, and like a saint, the bones of his leg are brought to Washington, and they're still in the Walter Reed Hospital, and people are kind of go and adore them. And so he was an extraordinary rascal, a lover of the Queen of Spain, ambassador to Spain, and someone who nonetheless denied his wife, who remained like shame, a statue of shame on a plinth. She lives in rural New York. He won't let her visit, he's wounded, he never lets her come to the front, and post-war he never travels with her. And ultimately, although she's the most charming woman in New York and has many friends, and they're friends who are close friends of his that visit her, she dies of tuberculosis. So her story is a great tragedy as he just steamrolls on into his 60s, 70s, 80s, and ultimately his 90s. A friend of presidents and of prime ministers, and a man who is arrested for embezzlement at the age of 91, the way he was arrested for murder at the age of 39. He is the sort of rascal who is frequently forgiven by others. A remarkable American, and quintessentially not a British style rascal and scoundrel, but an American scoundrel.
So Paul, what is going to make this story interesting to cinema audiences?
I think exactly what Tom said, by having a screenplay that grabs the audience, enthralls the audience, makes them love him or hate him. I mean, you could liken Dan Sickles to Marmite. People are going to love him, hate him. I mean, he is the 19th century James Bond to a certain extent, isn't he, Tom?
And he's got the ambiguity of Schindler. People love him or hate him.
I mean, he did a lot of good as well. He exposed the corrupt railroad. He got shareholders their money back. But he dipped into funds, and you know, he had a way with women. He messed around with madams and prostitutes. But he did it the way he wanted to do it. And you know, many very powerful men, including President Lincoln and his wife, relied upon Dan for his advice and for his ability to sort out issues that they wouldn't have been able to sort out without him. So he became an invaluable person to these powerful men, and the longevity of his life and the different things that he achieved just make it a fascinating screenplay.
Building Central Park.
Building Central Park, shunning Queen Victoria, trying to buy Cuba on behalf of the Americans from the Spanish, and so on and so forth. And being a hero in the war, when many people would argue in internet websites that he was responsible for the deaths of 12,000 men, he seemed to come out smelling of roses every time something went wrong.
Yes. He's both the Zelig of the 19th century, but he's an actor as well as being... Zelig was a fellow who was always a spectator.
Yeah.
This fellow was always an actor.
Exactly. And to answer your question, he's the person people will talk about for centuries to come. And what we're doing is we're bringing it to the big screen, and of course expecting it to be a hugely successful movie, a long movie because he had a long life. So it's again going to be another epic movie, a massive biopic, and I think could be hugely successful, and one that's going to attract the best actors.
It's a wonderful role for a top actor. There aren't as many people as ambiguous, as flamboyant, as clever, and at the same time as thuggish as this guy.
Thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now,